switching to another note. Cocktail with Queens. I don't know if you guys watched that. That's with Lisa Ray and some of these ladies on thing. Um,
I
the
am not familiar.
Fox Soul.
I am not
Was
familiar with that show.
I
yeah,
saw
it's
it
not
once or
something that a
twice,
lot of
but it's
people watch.
not something that
Okay, hold on.
I will
I'm
watch.
not familiar with it. First time hearing about it.
Yeah,
So you gotta
but
excuse me.
don't worry about it. The conversation they were having up there, there's a bunch of ladies, and they were having a conversation that black men don't love black women enough. Do we agree with that? Do we agree with that sentiment? Before we get to that, let me explain it a little bit more. They were saying in the society that black men are not giving black women enough love, and it wasn't. I wouldn't say they were in agreement with it, but they were debating what's going
Who's throwing folks under the bus? Let me hear.
on. So I want to hear. I want to hear first what the ladies on the panel feel. Um, I want to know if you guys feel the same way about this situation because I want to know what y'all feel about the situation. Do y'all feel like black men don't love black women enough? Black women not getting enough love from the black man?
I think I understand why some women feel that way, but I don't feel that way. Um, a lot of people don't have black men in their lives that show them that love, so that's why they feel like that. But that's not my experience, so I disagree.
Cocktail with queens.
Me
Yeah.
too. I agree with that too. Let me say this. Long time ago. When I was, mad, things happened to me and I was like, man this and man that, but I understand what they're saying because I was in that position before. So I understand what they're saying in reference to, oh, black men don't love black women enough and they do this and they do that. So, but right now, at my big age, nah.
But I got a question though. So these women, I don't know them. Whoever's on the show.
Before you go, all of them wasn't saying that it. All of them wasn't saying that it wasn't.
Mm.
I mean, but I absolutely, I'm not gonna sit here and accept the fact that anybody could say that about one set of men. That doesn't make any sense to me. You're gonna find that in any race, any culture. You can make that. You can make that assumption if you want to, because you're running into jerks, clowns, or people that are not ready or ill prepared to show you the love that you deserve. You can't all of a sudden blanketly say that all black men. That's just not cool. I don't care if it's one of them that said it.
That's
not cool. You need to figure out what happened in your situation and talk about that and work on that. But you can't just malign everybody out here like that. That's not cool. And I stand on that.
Stand on it, dine on the hill on it.
The problem that I had with it personally, it's what they're accusing black men of. That's what every black man do, just like what you said. That's why I was like, yeah. That's why I agreed with you, because what they're accusing black men of doing, that's what all men do. Not just black men that does that. All men do that. So in overall, you have an issue with men, not just black men.
They are wonderful men of all culture, all races, all color.
Yeah. It's like they put every experience, they put them in a box, and this is all black men. So all the black men, like I said, I remember we had this conversation before. You was at this pool and you picking from the same pool. Go to a different pool and pick from that.
So I'm always joking to you about picking the wrong men. No, I'm always joking to you about picking the wrong men, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly that. She would be like, oh, all men are crap, right? Because you pick like Sharita said, you're picking from the same pool, you're fishing in the same pond, basically. So you're catching the same fish every time.
How do you expect a different fish?
You over here with crawfish when salmon is over here. You in the same place, getting the same thing. You have to switch it
I
up.
was with the little fishies and the little small fish that when you eat it, it's just gone.
Let me help him out.
To be with the salmons and the snappers, you know.
If you didn't diversify your circle, that's what's going to happen. You didn't diversify your circle, so now you mad at all men, or now you're saying all black men.
When people like say you wherever you grew up, if that's the only place you've been, if that's you never go anywhere else, you think that's everything.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I said that. I say that up here a lot. In speaking from when we was having a conversation with Demby and stuff, we were talking about interracial dating, and we were talking about. I can only speak from my point of view of black women because that's who I date. But I never deem it safe to say that all black women are trash, right. All black women are this, or all black women are that. It just happened to be that the women I dealt with that I might, some of them I might have felt that way about, because I definitely don't feel that way about all of them. But right. there's a couple out of the bunch, they're called a couple rotten eggs.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like whenever you have to make a blanket statement like that, whenever you do that, you just kind of diminish your argument, really.
Yeah,
because definitely. you can't just say everybody of one particular race, culture, or anything are the same at anything. You just can't make that assumption. It's never going to work out. The probability is unlikely, highly unlikely.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know, let's read a few of these real quick before we get keep in mind to skip the bad words.
I got this. Lisa Ray is washed and bitter.
Wow.
She did have a bad breakup.
She's been through a lot,
Mm-hmm. It's always these women who lack accountability on their own lives that hold that opinion.
I say that all the time.
When are you going to take responsibility for the men that you're picking?
Yeah. Black men, we give our black women love, but some young in mind want the world.
I want the world.
Listen,
Corey, I want the world. I'm spoiled. I want it all.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with romanticizing, the fairy tale. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, living a fairy tale all you want to.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with trying to, look at the fairy tale and wanting the fairy tale. But when you get back to real life, then you got to work with what you got and you got to pick wisely.
You want champagne? Yeah, you get 1.5 bottles of water. Relax.
If you keep choosing it correctly, you're gonna have
the same way.
Relax. Yeah. I'm gonna put it in the freezer. It's gonna be on chill. Relax.
Listen, we have to start somewhere. We start with water bottle. We start with a bottle of water.
Not even a Stella.
Then we get something sparkling, and then we go a little further. Next time we
can get some sparkling and some salsa water.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you get sparkling seltzer water.
You work your way to.
I ain't giving up no sparkle. I'm shaking this joint up.
Listen, we can get some ginger ale. That's sparkling.
Look at that. I see that sparkle.
No, I do not.
No sparkle at all.
Don't be haters, guys. Come on now. Don't be haters.
Oh, black men are held at a different standard. We have to overachieve just to be average. I think that's black people in general, though. What are these people putting out to attract those type of men? Maybe that's the kind they like, and they don't know.
But if that's the kind you like, then you can't also say that people that black men are trash.
You can't.
But they don't know that that's what they like.
Nah, that's not true. Because you can't see me knowing that I'm a playboy, knowing that you see me in the club. Running around with 5, 6 different bras every time you see me, and all of a sudden now you want to complain that all men are dogs.
I mean, knowing that he hit him and quit him, and now you coming around, you got hit and quit, now you mad.
Exactly.
Let me ride that donkey. Let me ride that.
Please.
You want to partake in the madness, and now you mad.
Yeah. You can't get upset with it. You can't get upset with us now, because
as if they're only black playboys or black guys that have multiple female friends that are not otherwise attached.
Like I understand some of them, like if they've been through things when they were younger, or they get in their 20s and their 30s, and
even in the bitter 40s.
Like I said, at my big age, if I keep doing the same thing that I was doing in my 20s and 30s, I can't
Can't be
complain.
mad.
I cannot be mad, and I cannot complain because I'm doing the same thing. I'm
Over and over.
from the same beach instead of grabbing my little umbrella and going to another beach.
That's like you said though. You're not taking accountability. You're not looking at the fact you're picking the same dudes over and over and over. You just blame the dudes instead of blaming yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even about blame. Just take responsibility, man. Just say, hey,
Gotta
look,
be
I've been making
Yeah.
wrong picks. I'm making wrong picks. Time for me to, reevaluate how I'm looking at how I'm choosing these guys. Be more discriminatory when I'm looking at guys and what I want in one instead of keep picking the wrong ones, and then you get mad. How you gonna do that?
Yeah,
That ain't cool.
that ain't. Read this one for me, Loli.
There are more good men in this world than bad men. So if a woman ends up with a bad man, that's her accountability to own up to. She chose him.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay.
I don't think people do that in general.
Right.
Machine.
Short man, I take it because it only makes us better, man. I don't know what he's taking, but
Hey, yo.
is that a shame though? Cherie, it's okay. It's okay to want the world, but understand what the man is capable of achieving.
That's true too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I want it all, but
I want it all.
If that's all, I understand too.
Because yes, facts. Like you can't give me a world, but at least you can give me my oxtails and my snapper and all those good things. We good.
That's your world, then yeah, right?
Yes, yes.
Your world.
Food is my world. So all you gotta do is be like, you want to eat, and I'll be like, yes. That's it.
Yeah, man. I think T is having some issues over there with her internet.
Her internet, they hating.
Yeah, her internet is a hater. Definitely, her internet might have been in Cocktail with Queens. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man. I always feel offended when I hear that. I always feel like casting all men, especially all black men, as savages, some dirty players, and don't want to do this, don't want to do that. Never gonna do this, never gonna amount to that. Is always a problem for me, yo. I don't understand why our own keep criticizing us of this when there is so much ample good men from pools that you can pick from, and you choose not to pick them and go after the guys that you know gonna run you over, and then blame the ones that I don't get it.
And listen, I'm ready to admit that at a younger age, most men of any race are just not ready to put in the time, or don't know the time they have to put in, in order to make something work. The love that some women want at that time, because again, women mature faster than guys a lot of times. A lot of times they're more ready for things before we are. And so, I mean, we can all admit that when we were at a younger age, and doing our thing or whatever, we just weren't at that point in time. But if you guys are, you women are, stars or whatever, you're all famous, and if you guys are up here saying this stuff, I mean, what does that say about you? That you weren't able to pick somebody solid. You know what I mean? Pick somebody solid.
Yo.
I don't know.
What's good with you, Britt? Yeah, man. I feel like you guys feel so far, man. I don't get that. I don't get where the miscommunication for that comes from when it comes to black men and black women, because I see a lot of good. I read a story a long time ago, and it also played out in some movies that I seen. It said nice guys finish last. I know a lot of dudes that are good guys, good capable guys that women just don't deal with. He's not the guy that she want, but when she go find the guy that she feel like she want and he runs over her, she said all black men are hard.
That's exactly the point.
That you should settle, but you may need to lower your thing down to maybe
run past the glass with glasses.
Like I said, maybe
run past the glasses to go get another guy.
Champagne. Maybe you need aqua.
I
don't. I need whiskey.
Oh, good whiskey.
Yeah. I don't know. T, see if you could talk. You're having some issues over there.
I know. Can y'all hear me clear?
Mm-hmm.
We can hear you, but it ain't clear.
It ain't clear. Oh,
Now we can go ahead. You buzzing over there.
Don't worry, I'm starting to go for me after this. They're gonna take your
I'm
teeth.
still buzzing.
They're gonna take your
Yeah,
teeth.
you
Whatever.
buzzing.
I'm telling you, they're gonna fix T up. I'm tired of this.
Yeah, your internet be wilding.
Them people over there.
It really does. It really does. Internet guys be hating on me.
I'm mad at the city of Norfolk too. Matter of fact, I found out, even though I didn't want it, I found out yesterday that they wouldn't let FiOS send for some reason.
Oh,
Even
wow.
though, my internet is fine. I'm good. But
Yes,
what about people that want it?
Internet wilding out. They must be glad that LOX is rough riding now.
All
out.
Wow.
Hey, don't worry, T. I'll come over there and take your internet down for you.
Yeah.
I know you need to come hook me up, short man. You got all the computer guru things going on. I don't know what's going on with it.
Everybody at home tonight. That's all. Everybody at home in the neighborhood.
Yeah, man. I feel I feel like what you guys are saying, man. We gotta stop doing that, though, man. Chastising. I do understand that in every relationship, if you don't find the right man, they're gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna treat you like crap. But is that all of our fault?
Nope.
But I think as a people, though, man, we need to do a better job of coming together. We keep saying that every year, and we come out, we make these statements, these blanket statements, and cast all our brothers and sisters in one light. Because I'm sure there are guys out there that when they go the other way, they be like, all black women are crap.
All black women.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind you going to get other women, but don't denigrate, don't put down my queens. I don't mind you going to get other women. Don't use them to.
Those are the hurt brothers, though.
But I think as a whole, we like Short Man said, we need to focus more on accountability in ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so easy to put the blame and the focus on the other people, or the other person. But what are you doing as allowing them to even treat you that way? Why are they treating you that way? Like you can't just sit there and be like, oh, sometimes you're the toxic one, and that's why all your relationships fail. Like it's not always the other party. You're picking the other party at the same time. So you completely have to look at that.
I mean, the funny thing is, if everybody accepted responsibility, it'd be a whole lot easier to deal
It'd be a whole lot easier because that's the whole shift focus. They're focusing.
Nobody's pointing fingers.
They're focusing on somebody else, so they ain't gotta look at themselves.
I gotta do better. And yeah.
It's easy to point the fingers.
Yeah, it's easy to point the finger because then you don't have to look at yourself and see what's wrong with you. And that's the
people
problem.
don't realize these days it's so refreshing to look at yourself. It's a refreshing feeling to be able to accept that you're wrong. People don't even understand that. When you accept that you're wrong or that something was on you, you can fix it. And that's a whole lot weight off your shoulder when you do that. When you don't, you run around with a lie. You run around with all kind of tricks trying to hide it, say it's you on you and try to fix it.
Yeah, it's like it's okay to dig deep, and as a woman, it's okay for you to dig deep and find out why, what hurt you. You know what I mean? Because you do need to heal from it. But once you find out what hurt you, you can't just sit there for the rest of your life keep doing the same thing. Talking about, but it was because this. No, you've got to actually, you know what I mean? It's not just those men. You picked those men. Why did you pick those men? Where were you at your life at that point? You know what I mean? Like move forward from it.
I was bad.
Bad. Sometimes we all got that little,
Yeah, who?
Hurt brothers say that.
Well, I mean, if you
some of them just really believe that.